Hi everybody, this is Pandora. You're watching Desperately Seeking Slender. So I just wanted to do a quick intro here. I put together a video for you that is clips and segments from a video that I made, that I talked about in my blog today, that I sent to Chris Powel and ABC's Extreme Makeover Weight Loss Edition as an audition tape. And I made this video 2 weeks after my father had passed away. I was in a very, very, very rough place. I was struggling a lot. I was grieving. And I just think that this video says a lot about the emotional journey that we go through and how raw things can be sometimes. When we start losing weight, we start taking down walls that we've built, like we start taking down coping mechanisms and self-defense mechanisms, and it can get, you can feel very vulnerable, and it can get very personal, and it can be hard. It can be really hard. It can be a hard journey and a hard struggle, and so I think that there's a little lesson to be learned in this for me. And we'll talk a little bit about that after this. But let me introduce you to me 15 months ago. Check this girl out. My name is Jamie Williams, and I'm 34. I'll be 35 on August 28th. I had a gastric bypass on October 19th of last year, and my highest weight was 420 pounds, and I'm down to today 215 pounds, so I've lost 205 pounds, so I probably have about 65 more pounds to lose. I would like to get down to 150. So I guess really, the first thing is why I need help. When I made the decision to have the gastric bypass surgery, one of the things that was a deciding factor to me was that my father was getting really up there in age. My dad was 50 years older than me, and he was worried that I was killing myself with food and that I wasn't healthy. And it bothered me. Like, I just got to this point where I needed my dad to know that I was going to be okay. And I needed to be okay. My weight was out of control. Like, I weighed 420 pounds. I couldn't stand in the kitchen and wash the dishes without my back hurting. And so now, my father passed away a couple of weeks ago. My dad, today is July 25th, so my dad passed away on the 5th. And it's just kind of turned my world upside down. Like, as much as you think that you can prepare for something like that, you never can. And I'm having a really hard time now, because I feel like I failed. Like, I had set out to lose all of this weight before my father passed away. And I really thought that I had enough time to get to my goal weight, and I even thought I would have time to have reconstructive surgery and stuff, and it just didn't work out that way. And so I feel like I failed. I feel like I failed to get there, and now I feel like it's even more important that I do, and yet I'm having like a really hard time because I'm struggling with a lot of things, as far as my dad goes, and just, I'm almost afraid to be in the gym now, because I kind of went from one extreme to the other. Like, I went from being 420 pounds and unhealthy and eating crap and everything, and I gave all that up, and, I went to the other extreme. Like, I was losing all this weight and spending all this time in the gym, I was spending like 2 hours a day in the gym. I had hired a personal trainer. I was just like gung-ho, and exercise became like a new addiction for me. When I gave up my addiction to food, and so I'm scared of it. Like, I'm scared to get back into the gym because I'm scared of spending the time alone with my thoughts. and just kind of having to deal with everything. The difference is that I'm healthy. 200 pounds, 205 pounds lost, and I don't have diabetes anymore. I was on diabetic medicine. I was on Avandia and glucophage and insulin 3 times a day, and I don't have any of that anymore. And I had sleep apnea. I had to sleep with a CPAP machine and then later a BiPAP machine, and I don't have to do that anymore. I'm definitely more active. I exercise. Well, I did. I haven't got back in the gym, but I'm struggling with that. I'm really struggling with that. So my routine is off. Like, my routine is very off, and I'm just having a hard time finding it again. Like, before my father passed away, the timing on all of this has just been such a mess, because I had the surgery in October, and in January my dad had a stroke, and I had to leave Oregon and go to LA, and I spent 3 months there in January taking care of my dad and just dealing with issues. Like, my mom and I have never gotten along, and it was really hard for me to be there. And my mom is still really overweight, and it's really hard for me now, seeing the changes in my life after losing 200 pounds. It's hard for me to be around her, because I want to encourage her to be healthy too, and at the same time, like, she's not very receptive to that. So it was a hard few months being there. And I really had to battle some big demons being there again. It's like I went back to LA, and I had to face this house that I didn't have a lot of good memories in. And it was a rough place to be. Like, it was hard for me to not emotionally eat. And then at the same time, like, I couldn't emotionally eat because I just had the gastric bypass surgery. So, like, I had some really horrible experiences. Tried to eat an onion ring and dumped, and just dumping syndrome, not fun. But it was definitely hard for me. So I spent 3 months in California, and it completely broke me of my routine. And then I was back here in March, and the end of March, and it took me until almost June to start to just get back into the routine of everything. And then my dad had another stroke. So it's like I'm off the routine. I'm scared to go back to the gym, and yet I want to finish this so bad, and I need to finish this because I need to do it for me, and I need to do it for my dad. So I guess what I'm looking for is help. I mean, that last 65 pounds, I'm scared to death of being alone in the gym. I'm scared to death of being alone with my thoughts, and everything that I have to, I don't know, I'm just really scared of it. And it's hard for me to, like, tell myself to keep going now. And yet I know that I have to, and I'm just having a problem getting in there. So I guess I'm hoping that, maybe you guys can help me. That maybe you guys can help me finish what I started. And maybe put the, I'm having a hard time with the fact that my dad's missing from the end of this journey with me. So I'm thinking maybe if somebody else joins it with me, that would help. I've overcome a lot of things in my life. I've got a crazy life story, man. And, you know, sometimes I surprise myself that I'm as strong as I am and I can do the things that I do. So, I don't know, like, I've survived so much stuff, I've gotten through so much stuff, and yet I feel like I'm, like, I feel like I could touch it, you know, like I could almost have it, and I just can't quite reach it by myself. Okay, so that was me 15 months ago. Who was that girl, huh? Yeah, anyways. So I've gotten a little bit farther on my journey since then, and I'm a lot more upbeat and happy. I do not have 65 pounds to lose anymore. I weigh 165 today on the scale. I don't like that number so much, but it's an honest number. And I work in a 10-pound weight range. So when I say that, a lot of people kind of roll their eyes at me. They're like, whatever. But you know what? Here's my deal. I'm on the scale every day. I'm on the scale 2 or 3 times a day. And honestly, I drive my family crazy with it. And I have a weight fluctuation of like 5 to 7 pounds. Just depends on what time of day it is, whether or not I've gone to the bathroom, how much liquid I've drank, whether it's that time of the month, all kinds of things. So I try really, really hard not to freak out about anything that's like within a 5-pound range on the scale. If it's 5 pounds up, oh well, that's life. So what I do is I take my bottom number on the scale, which right now is 159 pounds. I consider that my lowest weight. And if I get above, I have a 10-pound range. So from 159, if I see 169 on the scale, it's my panic number. Oh, look, we have Manny coming to visit. Yes, hello, little man. So if I see 169 on the scale, it's my panic number. I know that I need to start changing things and doing things a little bit differently. So since he came to say hello, I have to introduce you guys. This is Manny, little man. His name is actually Manon, and I got him on July 20th. He was a birthday present for me. July 20th is my dad's birthday. And since my dad passed away so close to his birthday last year, it was, I don't know, it was different. It was harder this year on his birthday to deal with not having him here. You know, like I missed him more on his birthday this year. So we went to the pet store to pet puppies, and I believe that my dad kind of looks out for me from wherever he is, and it just so happened that the pet shop that we were in that day had Jack Russell Terrier puppies, which I am in love with, and I wanted a new running buddy, so this is Manny. He's named Manon, my dad's middle name, and he was born on May 15th. And he likes to give kisses. He loves me a lot. This is my little buddy. So, no, people think I'm crazy because of the connection that I feel to my father. But I really do believe that I get to spend time with my dad when I exercise. And I really do believe that my dad kind of looks out for me. And I'm pretty sure that he sent Manny to me. So Manny and I are going to be run buddies. We are in puppy training right now, learning how to loose leash walk. So, okay. Anyways, so I wanted to share the video with you guys because I really think that it's important for other people to not feel alone, and I want people that are out there that do feel alone, that feel the way that I felt that night that I made the video and I was reaching out, to know that it gets better, and that you don't have to be alone, because there's lots of us that want to help you in your weight loss journey. There's lots of us that want to be bariatric buddies and want to be a part of your support system and help make sure that you're successful. So I am off to exercise. We are off for a walk and some, what are we going to play at the dog park? Are we going to play at the dog park? Are we just going to run, or are we going to play ball? I talk to my animals. Anyways, so I'm off for some exercise, And we will be videotaping another episode of Desperately Seeking Slender this weekend. So if there's anything that you guys really, really want to see, let me know. You can email me at pandora@desperatelyseekingslender.com. You can find me on Facebook at Facebook.com/Desperately Seeking Slender, or you can get me on Twitter at Seeking Slender. Alright, everybody, I'm Pandora, this is Desperately Seeking Slender, and if you're desperately seeking Slender, I want to hear from you. So contact me. Bye-bye.